How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking down the new Awaken the Supreme King event. We got a couple different missions for you in store today. Kicking it off here with the All Types Superclass mission and the 6 Daima Characters mission. Now, I know many of you guys had talked in our previous Red Zone video about not having Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku from the 11th anniversary. So we built this team not having him and only using the Tech Daima Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku as our lead. The rest of the characters we are using are free-to-play characters. So, I mean, if for whatever reason you've missed a lot of these major characters, you can do this team pretty much fully free-to-play. Now, you're not going to get the 4-turn mission with this setup, mind you, right? There's just not enough offense to make that happen. However, if we can set up the basically what we have to do is set up the turn 5, right? That's more realistic of a setup for this team. Set up a turn 5 for the Tech Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the friend. You'll see that we do have a friend Super Saiyan 4 Goku with us here. You will notice in order to ensure that that turn 5 happens with both of them on their same rotation, because they're both off rotation, right? Or off different rotations, we did have to hold back on our Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So Glorio actually works really well for this event. Just mind you, that 3-turn support, buffing the crap out of the rest of the Daima characters, but also if he happens to land on that turn 5 with us, which since we are floating him, that is not going to happen, he can attack lower in that phase, which is helpful. But more than likely, we're probably just going to have the 2 Daima Gokus on the rotation together, and then the STR Glorio. There we go. So we did bring 2 of the Tamagomis. I don't recommend bringing Fizz Tamagami 3. He does not handle the second phase, the Fizz phases, very well. He can kind of get chopped up by normals there. So, but the AGL and the tech should suffice. You got to be a little careful with the tech. As long as he's hitting his dodges, he's going to be fine. But he can be a little tricky without the dodges. And unfortunately, we do end up killing here, which means Daima Super Saiyan 4 Tech Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku does miss some offensive builds, which isn't the worst thing, but it does put us in a bit of a position for the for the final phase. We're really going to have to hit all of our additional supers with both the STR and Attack 1. So, okay, so actually, you know what? Okay. Let's see how this goes, right? So we are in the second phase here, right? This super hits for like 5 million, I think, in this phase. So, I mean, it's not a terribly powerful super, but he does get stronger every hit that we do, so it's going to be harder and harder to take him down. So we do want to prioritize getting the STR Daima Goku's EX super now, right? Because we do want that offensive build, but obviously we're going to have to play around that. So I think with Daima, with Int Daima Goku, we could potentially take some... There we go. We get an additional super here. We could potentially take some risk here and put him in slot 1 in the next turn. We'll see how the attack layout looks, which could give STR and Tech Daima Goku a little bit of a boost offensively, which could help us finish within that turn, because we essentially have to finish within that turn. Otherwise, I don't think we can do enough damage to him with the rest of our free-to-play characters. All right, so we're going to pop that Glorio active, just get as much damage out there as I can, even if it is lower due to the high damage reduction. He's got like 75% damage reduction while he's in the Fizz phase, and it drops down to 40 in the next phase, which is obviously why you want to save your big attacks for that one. But I mean, ideally, we're not going to have that. So there we go. We get the 27 mil EX super with our Tamagami 1 here. We do get an additional super, very nice. Remember, he is raising attack with those, so that is helpful for us. And he does still tank. Gotta love it. He's such a good free-to-play character. All right, no EX Super on the tech one. No EX Super again. Oof. There we go. We got one. That's okay. Worse than Daima Vegeta, I swear. All right. Well, at least we got one of them. Okay, so all we need to do is just live this barrage of attacks we've got here. It's only a couple. And we do make our dodges. And we do, okay, double digits. I was expecting us to take a little more there, but all right, excellent. I guess that is that EX that really helped us. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to drop a bunch of attacks here from Glorio. Hopefully we don't miss a dodge, because I feel like if we end up missing a dodge here, he could potentially eat it. Although I suppose as long as it doesn't kill him, it doesn't matter. We make it into that AGL phase where we can drop him. And we only get 3, so unlike the Fizz phase where there's 6 charges, right, 2 turns essentially, there is only 3 charges within that. So that's why you want to time it so your big attacks are on that singular turn that you get in his AGL phase. Now, the supers here jump up a little higher though, but the trade-off is we can actually attack lower him. So let's go ahead. Let's pop STR Demagoku super here. Excellent. Okay, so we're doing some good damage here. We're going to use the Tex super now. Okay. All right, I'm a little bit scared of that damage. You know what? Let's just... I don't want to risk it. There's too many attacks in slot 1, so let's just do this. We'll send off him, and let's pray that we kill within this turn. Okay, nice. I think Super Daima Goku should be able to tank this super. It is, I believe it's a 7.5 mil super. But, I mean, we are type disadvantaged. Oh, that attack lower. We do get, oh man. Imagine if it didn't attack lower. So, I mean, that's kind of, I almost want to say we should have put the tech one first because he could counter. But at the same time, I think we kind of need Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku to hit his EX Super to boost the tech one more. I feel like that's probably going to be more beneficial to our win condition. Ooh, okay. Normal attack, that does kind of hurt us here. Okay, but we do... all right. 85 mil. Yeah, so missing that stack really hurt us, right? Because that should be doing 100 mil. Okay, we are still... All right, 92. Okay, so we're still dropping that HP pretty good. Okay, one more. Yeah, okay, 95 mil. Is that enough, though? Is that enough? I don't know. Oh, just barely. Oh, we're not gonna kill. We're not gonna kill. All right, so we get the super with Daimaku. Alrighty, so he's barely got any HP. I wonder if we can cut through this damage reduction here. I wonder if we can do it. I think if we get the EX Supers, we can. I think if we get the EX Supers, we can do this. I just recovered a full bar. There we go. There's the first one. 35 mil we're up to on this guy. Gotta love it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Okay, and then here comes another super. Watch this. Watch him eat this. Watch him eat this. Yes, for double digits. You gotta love it. Okay. All right, no EX super there, but 25 mil, still not bad. You want to hit it now? No. Oof. Oh, man. We're going to do a full extra rotation, aren't we? There we go. Okay, at least we're getting the dodges. Okay, as soon as I said that. There we go. All right, so we're going to get the Glorio shot here. Alrighty. Okay. Ooh, okay, we get the full... Alright, so we get his full 24 key. We can grab that. And then we'll send off the Glorio. I wonder if the EX Super from Daima Goku is enough here. And here comes that dang Super again. Okay, does it attack lower us in this phase? I wasn't paying attention. It does. Okay. Stop healing. 135 million. So we're just gonna keep losing attack from this guy. All right. Okay, come on. Let's 75% damage. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh wow. Come on. An extra super there would have done the trick. An extra super there would have done the trick. Can we do enough with him? Oh, barely. Jeez. Yeah, so, I mean, as I said, if you don't have STR Daima Goku or Tech Daima Vegeta, significantly harder, as you can see, to deal the damage you need to kill him in that singular phase. So you're probably not going to get the 4 turns with this team. You may have to use another team. Check the description. You can find the team that we use to get the 4 turns in the description. It's a bit of a hodgepodge team, but it does work. All right, so there we go. We got our Daima, 6 Daima characters without STR Goku. That was the plan with this one. So if you are lacking those characters, this will help you. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pause, we're going to load up in our all extreme types mission. Alrighty, so we have loaded up here a movie bosses setup, all extreme types under the Tech, Golden Frieza, and Gogeta. This is going to be the team here. We are running a friend Cell Max, as you can see here. That's going to be the strategy. So basically, the way we are going to set this up, same thing we did with the Daima Goku, right? Set up that turn 5, if we can. But what I basically want to do is set up a turn 5 with STR Cooler's active skill, Cell Max's domain. Ooh, okay, that did a lot of damage. Cell Max's domain and Gogeta's dodge turn, right? Because remember, on Gogeta's appearance, he changes the tech orbs, right? So if we can get Cell Max's domain with Gogeta, we should be able to deal a good amount of damage in that AGL phase. So, oh, there we go. Alrighty. Lost the connection there for a second. Okay, so there we go. We got Cooler doing his attack. So like I said, goal is Cell Max domain, Cooler active skill, and Gogeta's turn with, I think if we can get at least 10 orbs, that ought to be enough to really push us into that, into the realm of killing him on that turn. Again, you could probably do this on the 4 turns, but I have a different team I'm going to use that's just going to straight up murk the 4 turns. So we're going to go with this. So we're going to plan on the 5 turn rotation. And the reason the 5 for the extreme types is because 5 allows you to set up STR Cooler's active skill turn to ensure that you kill with this team. So I think if you have Tech Metal Cooler and you run that setup for the 5 extreme types, that could probably, or even double Cell Max, right? That could easily work to get it done within that time. So we're actually just going to go ahead and pop Golden Frieza's active here because we have a full extreme team. We can't use... We can't use Gogeta's active anyways, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. There we go. Hirudegarn's also pretty helpful in this stage in just dealing extra damage. Like, if you don't want to... You could probably get away with the turn 5 Hirudegarn instead of Cooler if you wanted to. I think that could work out pretty well. Or even instead of Cell Max on that rotation, you could have Hirudegarn. I think you could do some pretty good damage. I don't think utilizing Fizz Metal Cooler's post-revive turn is very viable for achieving the 4-turn mission. or even just for setting up. It just, his revive really messes with setting up that. His revive really messes with setting up that AGL phase turn. So here we are in the second phase here. STR Cooler actually does have enough defense to tank the Super here, so I'm actually going to toss him in slot 1 here over Cell Max, just because we will end up taking less damage overall since we do have type advantage. But it doesn't matter anyways, because he ends up not super in slot 1, so that ends up working out for us. Yeah, so it's really gonna, I mean, that final, that turn 5 that you're about to see is really going to come down to the performance, I think, of STR Cooler. Because, I mean, Gogeta, I think, is going to do a good chunk of the health. I don't think he's going to do enough to kill, especially because we can't use his active. But I think he'll do enough that I think Cooler can pick up the slack. All right, and there goes the super. All right, now we got Friend Cell Max with 56 mil. We should be able to hit a decent chunk. Now, the only problem with the setup here, and almost why I feel like it might be better to have someone else on rotation instead of Cell Max, is Cell Max does end up, instead of utilizing his domain on his second appearance, which is usually when you want to do it, we're going to end up utilizing it on his third appearance, which is going to be significantly weaker than the ideal. If he had started slot 7, it might have honestly been better for us, but, you know, is what it is. Alrighty, so doesn't really matter what happens here, but we'll get as much extra damage as we can by transforming Hirudegarn here, and then we'll send Metal Cooler off with that, and we'll send off Fizz Cooler. Doesn't matter what happens on this rotation. The more hits we get in, the better, obviously. But if we die, we roll straight into the AGL phase, and we have our setup. So doesn't actually really matter what happens here. But of course, any little, even if it's just a little bit, any amount of damage we could potentially do is helpful. There we go. 45 mil, nice. And we get the additional super. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of damage. Are we gonna live? Oh, wow. Okay, we did live. Are we gonna kill here? Oh, so the nice thing is, so the other reason I brought Fizz Super Easy A Cooler is that added support he's gonna have from Celsius. It's only 10%, but I mean, it might be that 10% extra we need here. And he explodes. But again, doesn't matter because we got our revive turn set up. So this actually ends up working out.
Best in me will take all you can muster. Even then, I'll only be resurrected with more strength than before. Put simply, you'll never defeat me.
Alrighty, so we revive and we roll straight into the AGL phase where oh, look at that. We changed so many good orbs here. All right. Okay, so let's pop that domain. Oh, still does a decent chunk of damage. And remember, for every hit we do, he does lose attack and defense. So having Gogeta go first and get a bunch of attacks in is actually really good for us. Because Gogeta can't be touched. With 14 orbs, what are we getting? 14? Yeah, 14 orbs. Oof, beautiful. Yeah, we're going to do a lot. So we got the layup here with Gogeta. And of course, Cooler bricks it without that crit. Come on, man. All you had to do was pop a crit. It ain't that hard. All right, so that does set us back a little bit, him not getting the crit, but let's see how we do with the rest of this. All right, 84 mil, nice. Okay, all right, that was a good chunk there. 54 mil, and we're gonna do about 4 of these too, so that's good, that's good. Additional super, nice, there we go, that's what we like to see. We get another one for 63, beautiful, okay. All right, we gave you the layup, Cooler, come on. Oh, well, hang on, hey, we gotta dodge this super here. We do get the dodge, 133 million, nice. Wait, was that 33 or 103? I think it was 103. 33 seems a little high. There we go. Okay, we get the crit. There we go. Yeah. All right, let's take it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, Cooler. Let's get it. Get those crits. Yes. Bro, come on. Do not start doing normals. Do not start doing normals. Okay. All right. Well, he kills him. I guess it doesn't matter. Still, though. Alrighty. So, there we go. All types extreme mission out of the way. Done. Finito. Complete. All right. Not too bad. So if you're somebody who doesn't have Cell Max Metal Cooler, it's a nice little team you can set up here with Golden Frieza and Gogeta. He's returned a bunch of times already, surprisingly, despite his wrathful Broly counterpart not returning like at all. So hopefully this team helps you guys out. So we got super class, we got extreme all types mission. All that's left is that 4-turn mission. So we're going to go ahead, pause the video, and pop on in. All right, so we are loaded up with our 4-turn mission here. And for this one, we will use the SDR Daima Goku to show you a little strategy we came up with to kind of really lay into them. But basically, similar strategy to what we set up before. Basically, we're going to set up a turn. Oh, wow. Kaigoku took a lot more than I thought I was going to take there. But we'll have Kaigoku and Daima Goku on one rotation. And all this is strictly to do is just to have a safe slot 1. So that way Daima Goku can get his supers safely in slot 2 to boost our turn 4. That's basically the strategy we're going to go with here. So in order for this to work, you need to reset until you have a way to ensure that SCR Daima Goku and Tech Daima Goku are starting on turn 2. If SDR Daima Goku is turn 1 like he is here, that's fine. That works out. That still works out, and you can work with that. In fact, it's probably preferred because, as you can see, like we just did there, you have to in order for this to work, you have to get there we go. You have to get them on turn 2 and set up on turn 4, right? For that 4-turn mission, right? So this is the only way this work. This is the only way this will work out for us. Okay, so just looking at Ku here has has a passive that gives him this buff here, and I didn't want this to proc now, so he actually does. You don't want him starting right away. In fact, him not starting on a rotation that doesn't have Tech or STR Daima Goku is honestly best, but we'll make it work. He can still help us in the next phase, more so than Goma can. All right, but yeah, basically you need this. You need your Tech Daima Goku and STR Daima Goku to be the first rotation in the Fizz phase, because remember, you're going to have 6 charges. So when you get to the AGL phase, STR Daima Goku, Tech Daima Goku will be on your AGL phase on turn 4. That's the only way you're going to get the turn 4 mission. We did bring Goma, and that was more just to help us. Depending, like if we couldn't kill that turn 1, it would have just helped us shift the charges, because his giant form does count for the charges, but does not alter the turn count. We ended up not with the setup that we had. We ended up not needing him. You could bring a different support unit if you don't want to bring Goma. Honestly, as you're going to see at this point, he's not going to do a whole lot else. So here we go. We're going to set up Kaigoku. Kaigoku can actually counter these supers. So now that we got through turn 1, we're going to be all right. So like I said, the main focus here was to... there we go. We get the counter. So like I said, the main focus here was to give us a safe slot 1 so that Daima Goku can set up in slot 2 and hopefully proc at least 2 of his supers to give us that 40% buff on the next rotation. Or is it? It's 44% actually. To give us that buff on the next rotation for our offense. Here we go. All right, we got an additional super. Yeah. We did also bring SCR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just because I kind of wanted to see how he did here. I think he could have helped, right? So we do have Majin. We do have the... We have multiple ways to set up our turn 4, right? Like we could get his standby and then put him in standby and then just counter the super in that phase while also having the 2 Daima Gokus do theirs. It was just multiple ways to set it up. But I think with the setup that we're running here, this is still going to work out pretty well. Because I think just between these two, as we saw earlier in the video, they can pretty much handle... There we go. Look at that. Much better now, right? Those extra Daima Goku supers actually really carrying a lot. Yeah, look at that. So much better. All right, so let's do that. Again, we do have to have him... There we go. All right, we do have to have SCR Daima Goku attack first. And since there's no attack in slot 1, we don't need a super, and we actually do significantly more damage this time, 160 million. This will ensure that we kill. As long... Bro. Did you actually just screw that up by not doing extra supers? 95 mil on the Tech Daima Goku. Wow, we really messed that up. Why did he not proc the additional? Oh, because we didn't get the 24 key. That's why. Oh, no. Are we actually not going to? No, we should still be able to do it. Tech Daima Goku should still be able to do this. One more suit. Oh, yeah. We did it. Okay, we're good. Perfect. Okay, so it still ended up working out. A little bit scary there for a second. Not procking those additional supers. But it ended up working out. Boom. There you go. Turn 4 with the SDR Daima Goku setup. This is just one variation of a team you can use. Again, like I said, that secondary rotation's main function was to just give us a safe setup for Daima Goku to push that super attack buff from his own super attack onto the 2 Daima Gokus. Again, still the same setup. No SDR Goku of your own, right? We did it without our own. That's another reason we kind of run in the team we're running here. Multiple ways to shift the balance should we need to, right? We have access to Goma's giant form if we needed it to shift back into that AGL phase without burning our turn count. STR Goku to utilize his standby during that. Of course, we would have to ensure that we get hit in order to make that happen, but it would still work out. So, guys, that is it for the video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, each of these strategies help you guys to take down the missions. They're not the hardest missions, but if you are missing some decent units to build these rainbow teams, especially on the extreme side, right? Aside from Tech Gogeta, maybe Baby's team you could build an all extreme types setup, but if you're missing a lot of the 2026 units, you're gonna have a tough time building those teams. So that's why we went with the Gogeta team. So hopefully that helps you guys out. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know what teams you use to take down each of the missions. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.